Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It was just 2 days ago, actually the day before yesterday, when I have recorded a video and I have titled it, "A Civil War in Ukraine is Just a Matter of Time." And today I'm going to present to you about 2-3 videos from current situation in Ukraine. Pay attention, because this is actually confirming my predictions, of course, not just my predictions, but something what I was saying before in that video as well, that is going to be really, really tense and intense in Ukraine. I am absolutely convinced at this point that there will be a civil war. Again, part of it design, part of it natural unfoldment of the tension and events. But today I'm going to show you videos that I just came across, and this is literally confirming everything that I am believing as far as the Greater New Israel project goes. And then I will give you my predictions about what happens next. Before we start, as always, thank you to GN, Martin, and Ray for your donations on PayPal. Very, very appreciated, guys. Thank you so much for doing it. And to everyone who is joining me on Patreon and Locals for the exclusive videos, supporting me there, thank you. The last one that I have posted, the latest one, is one of the most important videos I have ever posted as far as information goes. So if you're interested, go there. Anyway, let's start with this. Let's start with the first video from Ukraine. I'm going to mute myself because I think it's important for you to hear the emotions and the sounds coming from the people and from the event. This is what's taking place at this moment.
Так, я не буду роздіватися, того! Так, я не буду роздіватися!
All right, so what you just saw was protests. There were protests against being kidnapped from the streets to become just another dead corpse in this war for the Greater New Israel. I just wonder how many of them know that this is really the project. I think some of them do, those especially in cities like Lvov, I think you say, Lviv, Lvov, we say Lvov, and Kiev, and many other areas in Ukraine where you see menorah during Hanukkah celebrations. Those of you probably question it because they already know, besides the aspect that Zelensky is, a juicy person, right? So those are already happening, okay? this is going, in my opinion, to escalate. I'm going to show you one more video how, when people get involved, how they are affecting that recruitation, conscription process. So let's take a look at one more video and I give you my comment on that and also the predictions about what is coming in the near future. I would say, I don't know exactly how soon, but not in too distant future, in my opinion. One more video, guys. Let's take a look.
О, это пиздец, ребятки.
Город Днепропетров.
Ебать девку, смотри, как ебашут нахуй.
Это не дев. Только не
Ух ты,
дев.
смотри, еще подлетают, ёпта. Я с Молдовы, мне похуй. Ебать! Ебашь их всех, ёпта. Нихуя себе! Ёпта! Я с Молдовы, мне похуй! Хуя, нихуя, красавчики! Ёб вашу мать! Ебать, ебашит, смотри, что творит! Вот это концерт, ебать!
So, when people unite, and obviously common sense, they outnumber those Gestapo people, the outcome might be a little different, right? Might be. And I think there will be a moment when that power will shift on that scale. And this is the moment when I think they're going to use some kind of bioweapon or some form of weapon that is probably consulted, very much likely, with the blue and white country. Because Zelensky and Milejkowski, you know, the same vibe. So in my predictions, guys, this is not what I want to happen, but I think this is very, very much the high chance possibility. They're going to use some form of weapon. I'm not an expert in weapons. It's not like fully nuclear, but very, very dangerous and deadly. So that will not only kill a number of people, they will, of course, blame it on Russia or something else, okay? No, because that game has to be played. And with that, more people will die. That's one. It will also it will create massive migration. It's already happening, right? Was happening, but then now they cannot really leave the country. So that will also force people to run away, which will create another situation with Poland. And I think they're going to designate some regions of Poland to merge with Ukraine. This will be like this Ukropol idea. So there will be parts of Poland that will be Polish/Ukrainian, but majority will be probably Ukrainian. And then eventually in the future, they will become part of parliament, etc., etc. Okay, but where I'm going with this is, so people are dead, another number of people is running away, escaping, leaving perfect places for the new settlers to come, who, by the way, as I've mentioned in my last video, I didn't know, but that was from the interview that I brought to your attention, are being paid for settling. So actually they get money for just showing up and settling in those regions. So there will be more land that will be available to those who would like to make it their new home. This is my prediction, everyone, and I know that it's not bright, but that's how I see how they are going to stop those protests and stop that tension, because this is just the beginning. So they are going to allow it probably for some time. It's been going on. I mean, it's not really the beginning, but it's getting more intense. And as people unite and stand up against this evil, they have to bring that power down somehow, right? So I am just saying this because I feel this is what they are going to do next. So, you know, the IDF kind of style. Mossad, I'm just saying. So guys, as far as the explosion goes, I want to take you to the story that I have not reported back again. And this is about that explosion that took place in Monaco. And I think that Billionaire survived because I'm coming across like different news. But I think he survived, was very heavily injured, and his partner or wife, whoever she was, mother of his child, she, I believe what I was reading, she got her 2 legs amputated. Again, I don't know what is true, what is not. So they both survived, allegedly. But she lost her 2 legs. If this is true, this is like horrific. Now, this is the story about who allegedly is to blame for that explosion. I'm going to read you the article and then I'm going to show you the video. And before I even start with this, I just want to tell you guys that I don't believe in it, okay? I don't believe in this story, but this is what they are saying now. Let me read you. Suspected perpetrator of Monaco bombing found shot dead in Ukraine a week after explosion that seriously injured oligarch and his girlfriend. So that was girlfriend. The body of Anastasia, so this is the name of this woman, Anastasia Berezovska, 39 years old, was discovered at around 11 p.m. on July 6th. The Pravda newspaper reported no official confirmation was immediately given by the authorities. Explosion in Monaco, a suspect has been identified as part of the investigation into the attempt assassination with an explosive device against the Ukrainian-born oligarch Vadim Yemolayev on Monday evening in Monaco. She is Ukrainian, living in Germany. Interpol issued a red notice against him. So against her, I guess, this is just the translation. Interpol via Bestimash, I think that's how you say it. The suspected perpetrator of the Monaco bombing has been found dead, shot dead in Ukraine. And I think this is it. Yeah, this is repeating. Actually, one more thing here. It says the suspect is a Ukrainian woman residing in Germany. So I am not buying this story at all. Here is actually a video that is with her, and here it says the bomber can be seen buying an external battery for her smartphone in the fixed phones store. This is the French name, I think, Rue de la République, opposite the town of Beausoleil. Again, I don't know French, so I mispronounce. It was then 5:09 p.m., less than 4 hours before the tragedy. So let's take a look. I think some of you have seen this already, but this is allegedly the person who did it. I don't believe this at all, guys, to be honest with you. And I don't believe that even, okay, let's say she did it. I don't believe that she's dead. So either this is not the person who did it, or if this is a person who did it, which I don't believe, because she looks not too fit, in my opinion. And that person in that picture that was running away looked slimmer. I think it was a guy, not a woman. Anyway, let me just close this. So I'm not buying this story at all. Let me know what you think. I think they just decided to present her as as the killer, right? Or I mean, she didn't kill, but as the person who committed that crime. I'm not buying this story at all. Now another story about killing someone. So I came across this video, which is really, you know, you watch those images and you're like, this is just crazy. The Palestinians that have gathered on those rubbles and ruins of Gaza to watch, let me find it, to watch the championships and the game between Argentina and Egypt. Let me just find that video. Okay, so I saw this, and don't pay attention to BBC. It's just I don't care about BBC at all. It's just it shows the images, and I was thinking, my goodness, like those people really watch those not movies, those matches, those games, and they were, you know, supporting Egypt, right? So the man who was organizing, I think, those gatherings, he was killed. He was killed, I think, 3 minutes after the match between Egypt and Argentina has started. But I want to bring to your attention one more video, because this is very important what they are doing. Look, those people hardly have anything left, and they still gather there to watch those soccer. You say soccer in US, we say football in Poland, in Europe, those games. I want to play the video for you with this guy who I actually appreciate very much. I think he is originally, he's a doctor. I think he is from Egypt, if I'm not mistaken. And he is also, he's a comedian now, but he talks about Gaza and Israel and, you know, gets a lot of criticism, of course. But let me play this video for you. He will explain what took place with the person who organized those gatherings for those people in Gaza.
I'm not going to talk about the game or the officiating or the penalties or Messi or Argentina or anything. You guys remember all of these kids watching the Egyptian games in Gaza? These were watch parties that were organized by a member of the Egyptian committee in Gaza, the aid committee in Gaza. His name was Fawaz al-Wahidi. And this guy was killed by Israel in a raid 3 minutes after the beginning of the game between Egypt and Argentina. Just like that. There's no Hamas, there's nothing, but this is what Israel does every day. Just kill people. And we just like lost count and we forgot, oh, was it Hamas? Was there some sort of a base or rockets behind him, so they had to kill him, collateral damage? Oh my God, what can we do? It just become very repetitive. Yeah. Just another horrible thing that Israel does. Enjoy. So I'm not going to.
So here I want to play a video after this that will focus on something that is very, very important. I'm sure a lot of you already know this, that one of the most precious things they can harvest, and when I say they, I mean the dark forces, reptilians, those low creatures, is the human energy. And when they are harvesting this energy, they harvest usually the energy of fear, depression, anxiety, trauma. It's a certain low vibrational frequency energy that it's literally their fuel, like their food. I just put it in like simple words. And it's been called Lush. Lush or Lush? Lush. So when you have those big performances as well, because they also harvest energy through that, like concerts with symbolism, And for example, like even those events, you know, bread and circus, that kind of stuff, this is enormous energy harvesting. So I'm not watching any of those things for years anymore. When I was a really little girl, I remember, I think it was like when I was like 12, 11, something like that. I was watching soccer with my father, and it was very, very exciting and entertaining for me, but I didn't know any of it, right? In that time. Now I don't watch any of this. And the first impression I got when I saw those children and, you know, not just children, but those Palestinian people sitting on those rubbles and ruins and watching those matches and soccer game or football, you know, in Europe we say, I was thinking to myself, they have so little left. They have themselves and their energy and their life force. They are still alive, and they are giving that precious energy to focus on that stuff. So here is a video. Let me just find it, guys, from Instagram. There is a guy who is talking about it, and I really would like you to listen because he really explains it in a very, very easy to understand, good way. And it's important that more people are aware of it because your energy, your attention that you give to things like that, for example, is very, very important. It's very precious. And I think the way to win this battle with this evil, well, actually, I give you the answer after this video. Let me play it first.
The World Cup is not what you think, and it is not a global sporting event. It is a meticulously engineered, macro-scale, biospiritual extraction ritual. You are going to see exactly how the very architecture of these modern stadiums are designed to siphon your life force. But you first must understand the advanced scalar physics of why the control grid requires you to obsess over a game. To the uninitiated, sports are mere entertainment. But to the exopolitical entities managing this simulation, they are an energetic harvest. According to the unredacted archives of the Kalantic science and the out-of-body research of Robert Monroe, Earth functions as a thermodynamic energy farm that extracts Lush, a rare, potent electromagnetic energy generated by intense emotional states like anxiety and tribal conflict and the despair of losing. The system architects actively stoke these negative, low vibrations through gladiator-style events such as football and boxing to trigger your survival drive and prompt massive adrenaline dumps. And since human genetics carry an instinct to fight and conquer, populations become deeply addicted to this manufactured friction. In the physics of photomultipliers, every single arch within these structures functions as a dynode, accelerating and multiplying the acoustic and emotional energy of the crowd by millions of times. The fear of losing grips the masses so tightly that they generate an ocean of expelled bioelectric energy, producing a highly specific low resonance frequency tone, the B-flat brown note. So, where does that energy go? These stadiums are not merely placed randomly. They are connected to the worldwide Nibirian Diotic crystal grid, an artificial control network anchored miles beneath the Earth's surface. When millions of humans gather and synchronize their emotional distress over a World Cup match, their expended energy is captured by city-sized underground crystal structures acting as giant capacitors. This massive energetic payload is then broadcast across the entire planet to power the quarantine frequency fence, trapping humanity in a localized, low vibrational hypnosis. The corporate elite are merely middle managers, middlemen, in a trans-dimensional economy of spiritual energy robbery, feeding entities that cannot generate their own light. But here is the absolute glitch in their matrix. The parasite requires your active emotional dysregulation to feed. By regulating your nervous system and refusing to surrender your consciousness to manufactured tribalism, you instantly sever the energetic conduit. If you separate the host from the parasite literally shrivels up and starves to death. You are not a spectator. You are a battery. It's time to unplug. Leave a comment and let me know what you think. And if you wish, drop the word truth and I'll send you my Clear the Static detox.
I know some of you are probably, he's pushing detox, whatever, but what he said, it's so important. And I know a lot of people are not yet grasping this concept, that this is actually what's going on. Those people who are, meeting in Turkey, NATO summit, all of those are really the least significant people. It's just the presentation. They are like on the surface to present themselves in this role of leader. What's going on with the energy harvesting and who is really behind it? You probably, and I don't know if this is even good for you, like to even think you will ever see those people or you will ever be able to really know who's doing this. I don't think we really need to know. I think it's enough to know what's going on, to have an idea, because where your attention goes is incredibly, incredibly important. And I will be taking vacation before the end of this month. And I said to you guys before, I will be recording some videos that are with a good energy and that are from the places where I am, focusing on beauty and high vibration, just for some time, for a change, because here is the answer. How we win with all of this. You know how we win? We have to really become healthy and happy. We have to find joy again. We have to find appreciation and gratitude again. We have to tap into those feelings within our human nature that are describing what true human being in a good way, right, means. Because I believe this is what human is. All those dark sides of humanity, I think they have been programmed into us. Like they say, there are always wars. I don't believe in. I think it was a program that was literally downloaded into humans' psyche. It's just my opinion, because originally, I don't think when we are born, we think like that. So it comes from somewhere. I think this is the way how we actually can win this, to rise your vibration, to bring your energy higher, and to really, really cherish and value and protect your energy field. And this is through the choices of what you eat, where you spend your time, who you talk to, everything really. Like everything, if you think now in terms of energy. And I think, the financial situation, for example, I know a lot of people who are very wealthy and successful, they think that money, for example, not all, but many, is going to save them. But not only the financial system is going to change, but if they don't maintain their own energy in a way that they feel healthy and empowered without the money, no money is going to save them. This is just how I see things, and it really starts within us first. And I have to say that it's really draining for me to talk about those things. And I am very aware of it, that this is not healthy. So I hope you will be with me later on this month to watch videos of a different kind of nature for some time. And I'm sure we all need some rest and some relief from this low, dense energy topics. So guys, that's all I have for you today. I hope you're okay with my little talk in this video. Thank you so much. If you appreciate the content, hit the thumbs up. It really means a lot and it helps with the algorithm. And you can subscribe as well. It's free of charge. Other ways to support me you find down below in the description box. And I'm going to attach the link of that Instagram that you could see the first videos from Ukraine down below the video as well. Lots of love. And remember, we are the leading edge and we are saving humanity. And I see you in another video. Bye, everyone.